Spartans, welcome back to another episode of Overkill Trading. Ladies and gentlemen, we are tapping in with another video of some technical analysis. We got our watch list pulled up here, and we're going to be scanning through some charts, taking a look at our indicator, the buy and sell alerts, and what we're getting on the names that we've been watching over the last few months. And it looks like Bitcoin has broken back over 70K today, folks. And look at that. We are still green on the trading indicator. Okay, I see a lot of people panicking, complaining about how their alts and stuff are down. Folks, if you're going to invest in altcoins, know that altcoins are very volatile. If you can't take volatility, I'd highly recommend investing in something like Bitcoin, Ethereum, XRP, Binance, those names that have a higher market cap that don't fluctuate as much. Okay, with altcoins, you got to be very, very technical and very, very precise when it comes to your entries. That's why we use technical analysis. Again, we're timing our entries. We want to enter the week we get the green dot on our indicator. You can see this one came back here in September 2025. Bitcoin was sitting at 26,000. Okay, 26,000. This thing ripped up all the way to the top. It hit about 44. We like to sell when our blue stochastic gets up here toward the white dotted line. Again, we're weekly chart traders. We're trading a weekly chart. So when this blue line gets back up here, think of it like a wave. Okay, the bottom of the wave is down here. The top of the wave is up here. So if the top of the wave is up here, we want to sell the top of the wave. So as traders, we're looking to buy the week of the green dot and sell when it hits that white dotted line up here on the trading indicator. Okay, and then when you get the red dot, that means you really need to get out. Okay, when it closes red, that means you need to get out. And we'll talk about that here in just a second. But most of the time, again, we're buying the week of the green dot and anticipating the red dot. We want to sell the top of the wave. So buying low, selling high. I wanted to start today with a tutorial of our trading indicator that we use so you guys have a better understanding of it. That is pretty much the gist of the buying, right? The buying is really simple. You just need that green dot on the chart. But there is something else I wanted to cover in regards to those green and red dots, because I've had a few messages over the last couple of days. If you come over here to our trading rules inside the Discord, if you're not in the Discord, it is free to join. There's a link in the description and pinned down in the comments section. But if you take a look at the rules here, again, we are long-term investors trading a weekly chart. I talked about that. Okay, the thing about the time frames, right? We got the monthly chart, we got the weekly chart, we got the daily chart, we got the 4-hour chart, and we got the hourly chart. Those are the 5 charts that I use the most. Yeah, I don't even really look at anything else below that. But the thing I want to tell you about the trading indicator is the fact that the higher the time frame, the more accurate. So the bigger the time frame, meaning the more data in what we're looking at. So if we're looking at a monthly chart, each one of these bars is 1 month's worth of price action. So 12 of these bars is 1 year's worth of time. Okay, and if you look at a weekly chart, each one of these bars equals 1 week's worth of price action. So you can see lately, Bitcoin hasn't been going anywhere. We're just putting in a massive bull flag here. So each one of these candles is 7 days worth of price action. So again, as weekly chart investors, we focus on the weekly. We are merely focused on the weekly, meaning we're taking our entries based on the dots we get from the weekly chart. Not the daily, not the monthly, not the 4-hour, not the hour. Again, that doesn't mean you can't do that. These strategies work on any time frame that I'm about to show you, but I just want to let you know, the more data and the more patient you can be, meaning if you're looking at a chart of Bitcoin here, you could see the monthly called the bottom on Bitcoin back here in 2023. We called this out in the Discord. Okay, that was your bottom signal on Bitcoin right there. January 1st, 2023. Okay, you got the green dot there on the monthly. That was at between $16,000 and $20,000. I think it came at around 18 is when we got the signal. Okay, but that took how many months? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 months. It took a whole year to get from this red dot all the way down to here. So you had to wait a whole entire year to see that happen. So if you're just trading a monthly chart and you got the patience to do that, to just buy this, and I mean, you're already up from what, 18 all the way up to 70, you're up 300%. So if you would have put in $10,000 here, you would now have around $40,000 up here. And you see we do got a red dot on Bitcoin here, but we're still green and trending above that 9 EMA. So we're really paying attention to Bitcoin here. Very, very interesting time. Okay, you got tons of institutional money flooding in. You got countries adopting it. You got ETFs coming out. Okay, But again, where are we on the weekly chart? As weekly chart traders, okay, we're green. So we're bullish right now. As a weekly chart trader, I am bullish. I'm not scared to be holding my position. And I'll go over my portfolio here in just a second, but I share with you guys all my trades and what I'm holding here. So I'll go over the stuff I'm trading after this tutorial here. But again, as long as the last dot is green on Bitcoin, the crypto markets are bullish, in my opinion, until we see and close red. And when I say close red, I mean we close the week red. So we do these videos on Monday because we get new weekly candles on Sundays. Sunday at 8 p.m. Eastern time is when the weekly candles close, meaning we get a new candle. So if something closes red, okay, we want to get out. We want to dip out, okay, and we can always get back in on the next green dot. But just because a red dot is showing up this week doesn't mean you should bail, okay, and I'm going to go over that here in just a second too. But with that being said, I'm still bullish overall in the market. So we got the green dot again. Our buy signal came on Bitcoin right there at around 65. So this thing's trend is still up, and it's still going to continue to be up as long as the last dot is green. As long as the last dot is green, we're going up. As long as the last dot is red, we're going down. And again, you can use that same strategy of the green and red dots on any time frame. You can come in here and be an hourly chart trader. I don't recommend doing it because, again, you're making a lot more decisions than you need to make. If you're trading a weekly chart, you have to make decisions every like 2 to 3 weeks or 2 to 8 weeks, right? Because we got this green dot or red dot here in March. This was the top for Bitcoin. It went from 70 all the way down to 57. Okay. And then we got the green dot right there. Boom. Now it's going back up. So a green dot always comes after a red dot, and a red dot always comes after a green dot. So again, as long as Bitcoin, I like the fact that Bitcoin's getting back over 70 here, and as long as this dot remains green, I'm going to remain bullish on the overall markets, and I'm going to continue to hold my positions, okay, until I see the red. Because if we get the red, then we can start to think about maybe reducing our positions or raising or selling some to raise more cash for if a dip did come. Okay, so Bitcoin's still showing green. So the second rule is that we only trade assets trending above the 50 EMA. So for us on a weekly chart, that's going to be this light blue line here. That's a 50 EMA. Okay, and if you guys don't have this indicator, there's a link in the Discord that you can download it and get this same exact layout that I'm talking about today over there in the Discord. It is right here under the trading indicator tab. Okay, you just click this link, all proceeds support the channel, and you can use these same exact EMAs and trading indicator to start trading for yourself. Okay, you don't have to sit here and wait for me to call out the signal. You can do it yourself. You can see the same stuff that I'm seeing on my charts there by using that link. But with that being said, right, 50-week moving average, that tells us when we're in an uptrend. So if we're above this line, we're trading with the trend. Okay, if we're below it, okay, we're trading against the trend. We should be shorting when it's below the light blue line. Why? Because we're in a bear market. We don't want to be trying to trade in a bear market. We want to trade in a bull market. And to do that, we have to identify when we are above the 50-week moving average. So you guys got some requests in over here that I'm going to guarantee you're calling out. Okay, Prime, I'm going to go ahead and add that one in. But I'm going to answer you guys' chart request here in just a second. But you want to make sure, whatever time frame it is that you're trading, you want to be above that light blue line. You want to be above the light blue line, whether that's an hourly chart, whether that's a 4-hour chart. Okay, I like to use the 200 on the smaller time frames, the dark blue line. But again, just to stick to the content of the channel and what we're doing here, the weekly 50-week, that's the one I like to pay attention to. That is the yearly moving average. Okay, we have something called the cheat sheet over here in the Discord. Okay, the mean, you guys learned that probably in elementary school, is the average price. We want to buy above the mean and a bounce back into it. So I want to buy my assets as close to this 50-week average as possible. So Bitcoin's actually sitting quite a ways off of the 50-week, but that's because it's in a massive momentum trade right now. Okay, 28%. Right now we're bouncing on the 9 EMA. Okay, that's what we've been using as the trend line, is the 9. Can Bitcoin pull back down into this at any time? Yes, it could. But if it did, it'd just be a buying opportunity, in my opinion, because this bull market is just getting started. When we get up above this 50-week moving average, it normally goes for a while. Okay, this lasted about 1.5 years when we broke down below it. Last time you saw what happened, we broke up above it. Okay, broke up above it, pulled back, and then did the absolute rippity-dippity. So if Bitcoin ever did pull back into the 50 or even the 200-week moving average, they would just be buying opportunities. Obviously, alts would get crushed. I just don't see it happening, okay, as long as this last dot is green. If we get a red dot, then we can start to think that way, but I'm not bearish at all, folks. We should not be bearish as long as this last dot is green using the strategy that we are using. We're fully bullish on the crypto markets as long as BTC holds green. Okay, so that's rule number 2. Make sure it's above that light blue line when you're trading, whatever time frame you're on. Again, if you're trading the weekly like us on this channel, we want to be above that weekly 50 EMA. Okay, why is that? Because that is the average price over the year. Okay, we want to buy as close to the average as possible. We don't want to buy stuff at a premium. Okay, when we were up here and say and sell here on Bitcoin, we were trading at a massive premium off of that level. So that was a 40% premium. So I like to explain that as we're going to the store and we're buying our groceries at a 40% premium at that point, meaning we're buying it 40% higher than the average yearly price. Okay, so again, Bitcoin's using the 9 EMA right now, and I really like it. Okay, I still am very bullish on Bitcoin this week, and until I see that red dot, my stance is not going to change at all. And then again, we use the trading indicator to enter and exit. So as long as we're trending above the green, as long as we're trending above the 50-week moving average and we got a green dot, those are the green dots I want to buy. I want to buy this green dot, I want to buy this green dot, I want to buy this green dot, and I want to buy this green dot. Okay, I don't want to buy these green dots down over here because why? We're trending below that 50-week. That is the most important. You want to trade with the trend. That is one of the most important things to remember as a trader. These green dots aren't as accurate on a weekly time frame. As a trader, as a long-term investor, yeah, you could be adding here, but you might as well play the monthly chart at that point. Okay, if you're going to buy green dots down below the 50-week. We want to be above the 50-week, above the light blue line. That's where we are looking to capitalize. Okay, green dot, enter, green dot, enter, green dot, enter, and then sell every time we top out on the wave. Okay, again, buy and sell. Okay, and don't be greedy. Make sure you're taking profits up here. Okay, make sure you're taking profits up here. I saw a lot of you guys, including myself. I got a little greedy on XLM in the last cycle up, and I didn't make as much as I thought I could, and I should have, because I got greedy and I wanted to hold. When we get up in this area, we need to be taking profits. We need to do a better job of taking profits, either when we get up here at the white dotted line or we close the week red. If we close the week red, we just got to get out and wait for the next green dot to appear. It's really that simple. Okay, and then again, use a stop loss. So I'll explain the stop loss here on something I'm holding here on AVE, because I am getting a sell signal on a name that I am holding. So I'm getting a red dot here on AVE, but it hasn't broken down below this candle that I decided to play. So you can see AVE here. This is my largest holding at the moment. It had a green dot appear right here on, that was May 20th. It absolutely blasted off. I think I got in around 104. I think I bought around this area right here. So I'm down about 10% on the position. And again, if you guys can't take a 10% drop, you should not be investing in altcoins. You know, go trade something else. Go trade gold or silver or something. But as long as I'm above this candle right here, I'm still bullish, because this is where the big guys stepped in, right? This is where the whales stepped in. I know that because that's where I got the green dot. So I think of the green dots and the red dots on the weekly chart as like a whale moving through the ocean. Okay, the whale is going in the direction I want it to go if the last dot is green, meaning it's going up. So as long as the last dot is green, I'm bullish. So that tells me, boom, big buyers, the big whales, the smart money, right? The smart money is stepping in, okay, when I get the green dot on the weekly chart. Okay, and yes, it has pulled back 10%. We do have a red dot. So if this red dot closes the week on Sunday, meaning Sunday it closes, I will probably reduce my position in half. But I have a stop loss on this thing at the bottom of the candle. The bottom of the candle, I got the green dot on. So if it breaks down below 83, call it 83.50, I am out of my position. I am going to be stopped out. That is called a stop loss. Because if it does break that, it's more than likely going to come back down to maybe 70 or 66, around there, right? But if this green dot was accurate and that really was the bottom, it should not break down below the candle that you got the green dot on. Okay, I want to be very clear about that. So yes, this is a warning sign. Am I selling it right now this second? No. I'm watching it this week. I'm watching to make sure it holds that 83.50, this big green candle that we got the green dot on. This is just a warning sign. Okay, no, not every red dot is created equal. And I need this thing to close red for me to consider selling. Okay, because we have 6 days, folks. We have 6 days for this candle to move around. And if it goes up, that red dot could disappear. So until that closes, I'm holding my position on AVE. If it closes, yes, I can reduce my position, or I could sell the whole thing and either sit cash or find another position. Okay, but that is the strategy. Okay, I would ideally like to sell when the stochastic gets back up here, because that's when we run hot. Okay, this is the area I want to be selling, taking my profits in. This is the area down here where I want to be accumulating and buying and adding to my position. So I'm sitting about 0% cash right now. I'll show you guys the rest of my portfolio. That's AVE. Here's XRP. This is more of a fundamental play. It had a little dip, but got sucked right back up. I don't know. This thing hasn't moved. Like, it's been between 46 and 57 cents for the last 2 months. It hasn't moved. People are saying it's a stable coin and blah, blah, blah. But we're way down here at the moment. And actually, if you take a look at a different chart, that's the Coinbase chart. But you can see, okay, XRP is not one to be played with. Okay, it has these nice little moves. I'm not going to be looking to sell XRP until that stochastic gets back up there and touches that white dotted line. That's how long I'm going to hold my XRP. And that's more of a fundamental play than anything on XRP. So I'm still holding that. Yeah, I got a stop loss maybe down here at 41, but I'm not worried. Again, that closed red, but I am holding this name as long as we hold, you know, around 41 cents. Okay, if 41 cents breaks, I maybe sell, because we might even dip a little bit faster. But you can see every time XRP dips, it gets sucked right back up, meaning there's tons of buyers stepping in and buying all the dips. Nobody's selling this thing. So when it does decide to do the rippity-dippity, like it did back over here, it went from 22 cents all the way up to $2. Okay, if this thing goes to $2, that's a 300% move, folks. And if I have to wait a year, 2 years, 2 weeks, 2 months, I don't know when that move is going to happen. What I do know is when the stochastic, our light blue line, gets back up here to the white dotted line, that's what I'm going to sell. That's all I'm paying attention to right now. I think a green dot will come back on this within the next couple of weeks. Again, it still looks very, very strong here, sitting on that 200-week moving average. I still like XRP, and I'm still a holder. Here's Swift. Swift had the green dot last week. We called this one out, and it hit just about 8 cents, and now you're seeing a little pullback here, down 4% today. I'm still holding this name. Why? I'm holding this name because I'm waiting for the stochastic to get back closer to the white dotted line. Okay, that's what I am waiting for. I am waiting for that line to get back up here. That's when I will empty that. I don't see a sign of a red dot coming anytime soon. I'm still a holder of that. STX, I anticipated this green dot around, I think I got it in around 206. 206 was my entry. It's sitting at about 220, and we're getting the green dot this week. So this would be a great one to take a position on if you haven't gotten in yet. I mean, I'm not a financial advisor or anything, but if you wanted to play this one, I would buy the week of the green dot, meaning right now, okay, and use a stop loss at the bottom of this big green candle right here. That's at 181. Nice bounce off of the what? Off of the mean, the 50-week moving average. I love the trend on this thing. Again, up and to the right. Beautiful. Okay, we don't want down. We want up and do the right, baby. And we're bouncing right on our 50-week moving average. I love it. Stop loss at 180 on that one. That's perfectly clear. Down about 3% today, but again, green dot is showing there, and that was called out over here inside of Overkill Alerts. If you guys are not a member of the Discord, we call out all the red and green dots on our watch list. I have a watch list today of about 44 names we're going to cover, and another 63 in the red list that I've already scanned for. Okay, so about 150 names, including our stocks. We get all those signals pushed out over here. You can see a couple went off today: AMD, Mara, Uber, Snap, Monster, and Amazon. I also thought I saw Coinbase in there. One second. No, Coinbase was a couple weeks ago. Coinbase got the dot a couple weeks ago. So those signals are called out over there in the Discord as well. If you guys are not a member yet, you do need to be a member to see that. More information, link in the description and pinned in the bio. Let's take a look at the last one in my portfolio at the moment. It's going to be INJ. INJ got the green dot confirmation back here on May 27th. That's when we took our entry. Nice 14% move last week. 24 is going to be the stop loss on INJ. Again, I like this one because it's coming right back down into the 50, just like it did back here in September. Okay, gave you the green dot. What did it do? It did the rippity-dippity here, folks. Okay, let's go ahead and take this away. But again, bouncing right on our mean, that yearly average moving price that I talked about at the beginning of the video, green dot. Stochastic's only sitting at about 20 right now. So I'm waiting for this thing to get back up here to the white dotted line to unload my position. I only sell in 2 cases, either when this thing hits the white dotted line or I get a red dot close on the chart. Okay, that's the only 2 things I'm looking for to sell. I don't sell otherwise, unless I get, again, a red dot close just like it did back here. Okay, that was all the way up here at 35, and then it dumped all the way down to 18. That was a 50% drop there. Okay, but now that the stochastic is down here on the floor, that light blue line, and we're getting a green dot, we're just holding until that stochastic gets back up there to the white dotted line. Let's take a look at some more stuff from the watch list. A lot of these were from last week. Here's TRB. So TRB did get a close last week of that red dot. So what I would do is I would set your stop loss on this one if you're playing it at 81. Make sure 81 holds here. Again, it didn't quite reach that white dotted line, and you did get the red dot close, so you need to use a stop loss at 81 if you're playing that. Here's PRO, still coming down. I don't know why this one's in the watch list. If it's in this watch list, the last dot is more than likely green, or more than likely green. This one's red, but again, we're still above our last big green candle that we got there. I mean, it was truly right there. 81's the stop on TRB. Here's API 3. This came 2 weeks ago on May, about 3 weeks ago on May 20th. So this one's stop loss right now is going to be around $3. I'd still be a holder of that name. Okay, and again, the last dot is still green. So either wait till the stochastic RSI gets back up to the white dotted line, or you get the red dot closed. That's going to still be a hold. Here's Uniswap. This one's looking good. Okay, this is looking really good. Nice green candle to start the week. I like this one with a stop loss at 921. Last dot is green, looking good. Again, just wait for the stochastic to get back up there at the white dotted line, just like it got back here in March. Bang, there was your topping candle. 17, what did it do? It sold off all the way to 6. You want to sell up here. You want to sell when we hit the white dotted line. Uniswap looks good. This one's built on the Ethereum blockchain. This one looks good. I really like this one with a stop loss. Call it $9 on the stop loss. Here's Ethereum. Okay, just totally grinding down here. It's just going to take a little bit of volume to send these markets absolutely insane, folks. I mean, it could happen any day. Any day we could break out into all-time highs. Ethereum failed to break out there at about 41, and I still don't see a red dot on the chart, though. Last dot is still green. We're going to remain bullish on this name as well. And, I mean, the true stop loss is going to be down there at about 3,000. Okay, that's about a, what is that, a 20% risk to reward there. I mean, you could even use last week's candle if you want to, but, I mean, we're nowhere near the top yet. So I'd say hold Ethereum. That's going to continue to be a hold. And we're just looking for either a red dot or this stochastic to get back up here to that white dotted line. Here's PYR. This one had a massive wick on the top there, all the way up to 7, then they pushed it right back down. Still a buyer of this with a stop loss at 390 again. Last dot is still green and pointing up. Here's Dodge, closing red last week. So my level to watch, my level I'm watching here is going to be around 12, 13 cents. Again, we got to watch that one for another green dot. So we're going to put that one back in the red list. We will get the signal called out over here in Overkill Alerts. That will be called out when it happens again. Here's SHIB, SHIB. Okay, that one also closed red, but look where the stochastic is right now. I mean, look how far down here we are. Same with Dodge. That one closed red, so, I mean, I got a stop loss on that one at 0.002. As long as that holds, you're probably good. But if you want to listen to the indicator, right, you might just sit cash and wait for that green dot to come back there. I'm gonna remain a holder of this one, just with a stop loss at 0.00002 there. Okay, I like the stochastic on the floor there. I'm gonna continue to hold that one. I'd probably still continue to hold Dodge with a stop loss at 13 there. Here's QI. This is an altcoin here. I really like this one this week too. I'm gonna move that one up to the top. Uniswap is actually at the top too, and then QI is a little lower market cap for a buy this week. So what I do on QI is I'd set a stop loss at 0.017. And again, wait till this stochastic gets back up here to the white dotted line, or we get a red dot on the chart to sell it. Okay, so SHIB and Dodge, I mean, they did get red dots, but again, as long as we're holding our support level here, okay, off these green candles where the buyers are stepping in, we're just consolidating, right? So as long as you're setting a stop loss at 0.0002 on SHIB, it looks good. And again, the next green dot will definitely be a buy entry because we're way above the 50 week. So that's how I'd be playing SHIB. I just don't like the fact that it printed a red one. Okay, but again, these could be flush out candles also. So watch for the green dot. I'm just going to stay disciplined and move that one back over to the red. Here's Solana. Solana actually printed red this week. It's hard for me to tell you guys to sell these because they are. I really think they're manipulating the market right now. What I do on Solana is I'd set a stop loss at 153. Yes, we did get the red, but I'm going to remain a buyer of it above 153. I'm going to add in SHIB and Dodge back into this just because we should be using stop losses and not trying to get you know, shaken out. I mean, I feel like a lot of these are shakeout candles. Okay, again, Dodge, we're still above our support level. I mean, true support's down here at 11, but I'd probably set it right there at 13. If we break 13, we'll probably come down to 11. So, I mean, just use your instinct, right? 13 cents is the level to watch. We need that to hold. Let's see where this week closes on Dodge. Same thing with SHIB. Let's wait to see where this thing closes. But just keep in mind they do have red dots, so be using caution. I would make sure it does not break last week's candle. There's your stop loss on SHIB. There's your stop loss on Dodge. Again, red dots, waiting for the green dots. If you want to wait to re-enter or enter your first position. And those dots will be called out again, right over here, just like we got all these this morning. Amazon had a green dot showing this week. We'll get to that chart here in just a second. Jasmine, still sitting at 3.9. Okay, this is another one. Look at this. This is getting pretty close. So this is like a week or two away from most likely touching that white dotted line. We're really close. Okay, we got the green dot over here. This was a beautiful trade here on the 20th. Okay, that was called out at about 2 cents. It hit 4.045, and it's still wanting to run here. Let's look at the daily. Okay, I think this one's got some continuation in it. We're not at that white dotted line yet. Let's be patient and wait to see where this thing hits and where this thing acts this week. I'm going to continue to be a holder of Jasmine this week. Chainlink also showing a red dot this week again. I think they're trying to flush people out of these names. Some of these bigger names like Chainlink. Okay, we do have a red dot this week, but it has not closed the week. So let's see again where we close the week. This candle has to close red for us to decide if we want to sell this thing or not. But that is a warning sign here. Okay, so what I would actually do is set a stop loss at the bottom of last week's candle. Set a stop loss at $15. If 15 breaks, we'll try to pick it up again down around $12.50 or so. $15 is the stop loss on Chainlink. Let me go ahead and take a look at a daily chart. And the daily chart's bouncing literally right there on the 200 week. So the 200 week, the dark blue line on the bottom is my favorite EMA to use on the daily. So yes, I do reference the daily sometimes along with the weekly. Okay, so when I see a weekly dot, I most likely want to zoom into the daily and see where we're at. And if we're bouncing on this 200, right, that's a good place to be buying, okay, into that, near that 200 EMA, okay, and we bounce directly on it. So if you're holding Link, I'd continue to hold it and set a stop loss at $15. If 15 breaks, we'll most likely come back down here and pick it back up at 13. Just set a stop loss there at 15. And I want to check the daily on AVE real quick too. Okay, AVE, of course, my biggest position, totally took a dump last week, but I don't care. Like, look how far down here we are on the daily. I'm just waiting for another one of these green dots. Look at that one. That one came back there on the 15th. It went from 80 all the way up to 115. And yes, I am paying attention to the weekly dot here showing red. I just want this thing to hold on. I mean, you could even probably move this thing up to the bottom of last week's candle at 88. And I'm just gonna watch it this week, right? If it closes red, I can make my decision to sell. Okay. I can make my decision to sell if it closes red, but I got to wait till Sunday for that to happen. So I'm still going to remain a holder of AVE. I think with Bitcoin trying to bounce here and the way that Uniswap is even looking, Uniswap's built on the Ethereum blockchain. They're a DeFi network on the Ethereum blockchain, just like AVE. AVE is a lot smaller market cap, though. It's only about a $1.5 billion market cap, and it's my biggest position right now. So I'm not going to let them flush me out off this red dot here. I'm going to wait to see if it holds 88 into the end of the week. If it holds 88 at the end of the week, I'm still bullish on the name. Okay, maybe even 85. I mean, the true stop's right down there at the bottom of that big green candle at 83. So that's looking interesting. Let's take a look at ROSE. ROSD's got a green dot from last week or 2 weeks ago. And this looks good. I saw Smartass in the Discord. He bought this and got stopped out. I told him to move his stop loss down a little bit. I think his stop loss was a little too tight. But that green dot came there at about 8 cents, and we're sitting at 13 right now. So you're talking about I mean, that's a 60 to 70% gain, right? 43% move off the dot. That's a pretty good trade. And I think it has room to run. Stochastic's pointing straight up. I just wait till it touches that white dotted line, just like it did over here, to take profits. Okay, and sometimes after it touches the line, it can keep running. But as traders, again, we're not greedy. We're just taking what we are given. It's better to have a bird in the hand than two in the bush, right? That's an old saying. Some of you guys might need to hear. It's better to have one in the hand than two in the bush. Okay, don't sacrifice the one you got in the hand for what you might be able to get. Okay, take your profits. When we hit that white dotted line, that is the top of the wave. That's where we're trying to get out. Okay, we never want to time the exact top up here, right? We want to sell before the grade. And to do that, I think selling at the white dotted line on the weekly chart is the best profit taking strategy that you could possibly have. Okay, we want to sell near the top of the wave. Okay, and Rose is looking good. Probably next 2 or 3 weeks are going to be up, and I'd be looking to take profits when it hits that white dotted line. Rose looks good. I'm going to move that one up a little bit too. Sushi, still just consolidating here. Another one on the Ethereum blockchain. This one's actually below the 50 weeks, so it should not be on our watch list. So I'm going to go ahead and take that one off, and it did have a red dot last week. So if you're playing it, set a stop loss at 96 there at the bottom of last week's candle. And again, that's the candle we got the red dot there on. RMDR. Okay, this dot was red May 27th. That closed, that was what? 2 weeks ago? 2 weeks ago, so I'm not a buyer of that one either. Okay, I want to wait for the green dot. Wait for the confirmation of the green dot on RMDR. Here's dot, polka dot. This one's just stuck in a range. Again, look at the range we're stuck in here. We're stuck between 580 and 797. Stop loss on this is like 580. That's the bottom of this big wick candle we got right there. Okay, and you want to be buying on the bottom half. So nice doji to start the week this week. But let's wait to enter on the next green dot. I'm going to go ahead and put that one over there on the red list because, again, we closed red, it looks like last week. So if you're holding this thing, set a stop loss. Call it $6. Make sure $6 holds. That's less than a 10% risk to the downside if you want to play polka dot here. But again, I'd wait for the green dot confirmation to take an entry on that. That's going back at the red list until we get that confirmation. Here's comp, COMP, closed red. Looks like last week closed red. So again, stop loss on that is going to be 5 or 50. Just call it $50. But that one is back on the red list because again, the last dot is red. We're using the bottom of the candle we got the red dot on as a stop loss, which is $50.57. I'd call it 50 and or just call it 50-50. $50.50 is your stop loss on that one. Here's DSO. This one's also showing a red dot. I'd be careful on this one. Okay, I'd be careful on this one. This one broke it back down below the 50-week and got rejected there. So $18 has to be the stop loss on this one. We'll go ahead and keep it in here. But the red dot is showing this week, so you have to use a stop loss on this one at $18. $18 has to be your stop loss. If $18 breaks, you better get out because you'll be able to pick it up at like 15 later on, or maybe even $12.50. Okay, just make sure 18 holds. If you're holding this name, set a stop loss at $18. Okay, and I'm not going to move that one from the list yet because, again, that candle hasn't closed. If it closes this week, it's off the list. ARPR, that one also closed red last week. Okay. That closed red last week, so what do? We're setting a stop loss at the bottom of last week's candle at about 6 cents. This thing has to hold 6 cents in order for us to continue to keep our position. And if it breaks 6, you want to enter on the next green dot if you want to own it for the long term. I do like the fact that it is trending right on our 50-week moving average. That doesn't mean it has to go up. It just means we're getting it at the average price. We're not buying it up here when everyone else is buying it at 14 cents. We're buying it at the average price. Okay, but that did close red last week, so it is back on the red list. Here's Cody, COTI. That one gave us a grain last week, but it disappeared. Okay, it showed up and it disappeared. That's what I was talking about. Again, if the candle doesn't close green or close red, it was a false signal. Okay, so I got to stop on this one around 9.099 cents on this one. That's about a 30% drop. So no green dots. That one's going back on the red list. We got Spell. Spell had the green dot there on May 17th or May 27th, so our stop loss level is going to be right there at 0.0008. And I'm not really sure what Spell is. I think I looked it up. I think it is a gaming token. So we have a tool over here in the Discord that if you go type /info, it's going to pull up our bot that's going to do our fundamental analysis for us. So I could type in Spell, which is the ticker we're looking at, and hit enter. And it will then tell me the market cap of the coin and all this other relevant information. This one doesn't have a description, but a lot of these names will have a description of what they do. And then the market cap is what I like to pay attention to. The market cap will tell me how big of a coin it is. The lower the market cap, the more fluctuation, meaning the bigger the dips and the bigger the rips. So if you can't take a 10, 20, 30% dip, you shouldn't be buying altcoins. You should be buying Bitcoin, XRP, and stuff that doesn't move as much, right? Less risk and less reward, but with the altcoins you get higher risk, higher reward. And if you're trading like us and using stop losses, you know how to manage your risk and things like that, so you don't get absolutely slaughtered. But again, we got the green dot. That was 2 weeks ago, so we're still using 0.008 as the stop loss on Spell. Again, a gaming token here, and a pretty low market cap there too. NKN. This one also gave the signal last week, but it went away. So that was a false signal. I still like it above 10 cents, but no signal, not going to be in our watch list. Mina's showing a red this week, so we're sitting right on our level. I mean, the true support level is going to be down there at 65. Red dot showing this week. Let's see if it closes. If it closes the week, if it closes Sunday red, we sell it or we reduce our position in half. Okay, we make that decision ourselves. I can't make that decision for you guys. Again, all we can do is listen to the indicator. But what I do know is sometimes the red dots will come and then the green dot will come next week, right? And you get flushed out, right? It gives you a bunch of different signals, but you can't get emotional over the signals. If it's red, you just got to accept that it's red. Okay, and you got to get back in when the green dot comes next if you want to own the thing for the long term. But what I don't like about Mina right now is the fact that it's down below the 50-week moving average. So because it's breaking rule number 2 over here in the trading rules, okay, we only buy assets trending above the 50-week moving average. So I want to narrow it down as much as possible, right? And if Mina's not sitting there above the 50-week, I don't want to buy it just because it's below the average. I'm not saying it can't pump and go up. It doesn't fit my criteria. I believe 90% of traders fail at this profession because they do not have the discipline to follow a set of rules. And some of them don't even have rules. Some people are just throwing darts. Okay? What I have found with this strategy, it works. Okay? It's not 100%. Nothing's 100%. If this was 100%, I probably would be podcasting. I really enjoy this, spending time with the Overkill Army and the Spartans and the recruits and the generals. But you know what I'm saying? If this was 100%, guys, I'd probably be recording this on a jet or something because I'd be 100% right all the time. Okay? Not everything is 100%. That's why we have our rules to keep us in check. Okay? We got to follow our rules because when we lose, we want to lose fast, and we want to accept that we have lost very fast. Okay? We don't want to let stuff continue to drop, right? I mean, you don't want to ride down a big old 60, 70, 80% dip. Okay? Typically, I'm only risking about 10 to 15% at a time, depending on, the asset class and how big the market cap is and things like that. Right? If I was playing Mina, or wait, this is Badger. So Badger's sitting right on the 50-week. That one closed red last week as well. So what I'm doing on Badger is I'm setting a stop loss. I'm going to call it right there at, I'm going to call it it's $4, but I'm going to say $3.50. Okay, but again, the last dot is red, so let's move that back over to the red list. But this is another low market cap coin, and it's just very, very choppy right now. Okay, consolidation is not a bad thing, though. Okay, if you come over here to the cheat sheet, you can see consolidation is a good thing. When we just go sideways, that means we're building a support level. We're building a level. Okay, whales are loading up. Smart money loads up during this time. So the true stop, right, if you want to be super conservative, is going to be down there. I'm going to call it 330. Call it 330, the bottom of this big wick down here. But I still like Badger. I'm going to keep it in the red list, but we'll bring it back to the Overkill watch list when we get that green dot. We just got to have the green dot. We want to enter the week of the green dot. So you're probably going to get another opportunity to buy this thing. And I wouldn't be a seller until it breaks 390. It has to break down below that in order for me to want to sell either half my position or my full position on Badger there. We got a few more names here. I believe we took a look. We haven't taken a look at Filecoin. So File's showing red this week, but it did get the green print last week. My stop loss is going to be around, let's call it 550. Okay, 550 is the stop loss. As long as we can hold that level from the green candle we got the green dot last week on, we're good. But if 550 breaks, I'd sell it. I'd still remain a holder because, again, the last dot is confirmed green. It's just showing up this week. If this closes the week at the price that it's at, 590, right, we got to sell half our position or our full position. Okay, but if it breaks out and it goes back up over 6, we're going to be sitting pretty. So 550 is a stop loss on File. That's still a hold. We got Metis. Metis also showing red this week, but I still like this thing above 59. 59 is the candle we got the green dot on. That's this big fat green stick right here. Again, still trending above the 50-week moving average. Let me take that out. Okay, still trending above the 50-week, that light blue line. Got that big green candle, and then we got a little bit of a pullback here. Where I would enter on this one on Metis is on the next green dot. Okay, and I just make sure that we hold this level down here at like 53. Okay, holding this area right here, the bottom of our green candle right there, call it 58. So stop loss on Metis, it's still a hold. Okay, with a stop loss at 57.69. Let's watch this red dot this week and see where it closes next week. Again, we're dropping new videos on YouTube every single Monday, 7 p.m. Eastern time. You guys get all the alerts and never miss a video if you're over here in the free Discord. Okay, there's a latest video channel where you guys can watch all my latest videos that we drop on Monday, and then we drop shorts and clips and stuff throughout the week over here in the charts thread. You guys can take a look at those. We also got market news over here, so you guys never miss, right? President Robert F. Kennedy to speak at the world's largest Bitcoin conference next month. Right, here's an altcoin that could tend to 100x. Apple officially announced its partnership with OpenAI that will integrate ChatGPT into the iPhone. Wow. Tap to pay between iPhones. Nice. So just cool market news and stuff you guys get over there. That's the free version of, right, you get all this free material over here in the Discord. You get all the announcements and everything over here. We just had a winner of the $200 Bitcoin. I'm going to send that off. Let's do another giveaway this week. Let's go ahead and give away another, I'm going to do another giveaway this week. We'll do 7 days. We'll choose one winner. I'm going to give away $100 worth of Bitcoin. So if you guys want to enter this, yes, you do got to be a member to enter. But I'm going to go ahead and do this. Enter to win $100 worth of BTC. Okay, and that's going to be drawn. All you guys got to do to enter to that is just click this emoji here. Bang. You can see it entered me in there, but I'm going to go ahead and enter out of it just because I don't want to be the winner. Okay, but you guys just have to come over here and hit that emoji if you guys want to win the $100 worth of Bitcoin. The winner will be chosen June 17th over there. If you guys want to become a member, just go to this link right here and sign up. And then you'll get access to the alerts, our research tool. You'll see what other Spartans are trading here. And also what I'm trading. We get our watch list, which is what we're covering today. I'm going to post that over here in the Discord so you guys can literally just click a button. Boom, you click this button and it loads right up into your chart there. And also the ability to request charts here as well. Okay, so that giveaway, to enter that, just go over here and click the giveaway thread and hit this emoji right here. That will enter you into the giveaway. Here's Mara showing a red dot this week as well. But I'm using a stop loss on that one there at 1841. This is a stock. This is Mara Digital Holdings. I like seeing these crypto stocks turning green, right? Giving us green candles this week. That's a good sign. Yes, we got a red dot. But if you're going to play this one, play it at 1841. That's going to be the level. Here's Amazon also giving us a green dot this week. Stop loss on that one's going to be around 180. 180 for the stop loss and the green dot there on Amazon. Let me go ahead and call that one out for you guys over here. Okay, good looking chart there. Mara does have the red, but it does have a red dot, but the candle's green. So I'm playing that one at 1840. Okay, playing that one at 1840. Meta also closing green last week. This is Facebook. So big tech looking to make a move higher here. Green dot on Facebook there, very nice candle there. And I'm going to put the stop loss at 480. 480 on Meta for a trade this week. That one's looking really good too. Here's Visa. Visa's just consolidating here, but it does have a green dot. Okay, green dot there on Visa. Let's see if they come out with some crypto gadget or something like that that's going to send them higher. 267 is my stop loss. That's the bottom of this candle right there. That's about a 2% risk right there for a trade. So you guys that are having trouble with the 20 to 30% fluctuations in altcoins, trade higher cap stuff that doesn't move as much. Okay, yeah, you're not going to get as big of gains, but at least you're not going to lose as much either. It's a good way to practice. Okay, so Visa, again, green dot showing this week. Stop loss, you could even move it up there to 269. 269 is a stop loss. That's a buy this week. Here's Robinhood. Robinhood's strong, dude. We were calling this one out over here. Okay, back at $10 in January when we broke out over the 50 and pulled back. Okay, that was at $10. It's sitting at 23 now. You're up 130% off of that trade. The trade was from there, that green dot, all the way up to here. You can see that's where we hit the stochastic there, the top. What we get? A red dot. We pulled back from 20 all the way to 16. That's about a 40, well, that's a 20% dip, and then we did the rippity-dippity. I think it has room to go, folks. I think this thing has room to go. The stochastic needs to come up here and touch that white dotted line. I like Robinhood, and I think it looks very, very strong. It's very strong here, and I think it's going to continue to fly over the coming weeks. We had a PLTR, another stock here. That one had a green dot print last week. So stop loss is going to be right there at 21. Call it, I'm going to call it $20. It's about a 10% risk to the downside. We're coming up into resistance there, but again, not looking to sell to that stochastic. Gets back up there at the white dotted line. Here's AI, also continuing to roar here. Getting pretty close here to the 100 line, though, so be mindful of that. I moved my stop loss up to about 26.40. I think that one has some continuation, probably another week or two of upward action. And that's AI. That's a stock. Again, the buy signal came back here on the 13th at about $25. It's sitting at 31 now, so 30-40% move there. Not bad. Coinbase, green dot, boom. Look at that. So a lot of these crypto stocks are turning green, folks. So that's a good thing for the crypto markets if you're a crypto investor. Okay, green dot came last week. No, 2 weeks ago. Boom. Bottom of the candle. We got the green dot on. That was 216, and now it's taken off. Coinbase looks good. Again, not looking to sell till the stochastic gets back up here to that white dotted line, or we get a red dot, whichever one comes first. Coin looks good. That's a buy. MSTR, also a buy this week. Look at that big fat green candle to start the week. You'd love to see it. 1436 is my stop on this. Again, that's the bottom. Well, we got the green dot back here at about 13. Okay, so it's putting in a bull flag. Just 1436 is going to be the stop loss. The bottom of this red candle right here. Boom. Make sure it holds 1400. 1400 is the stop loss. That's going to be a buy this week as well. Again, not looking to sell till the stochastic gets back up here to that white dotted line. Wolf. Wolf is a name that we called out. We called this one out at like 230. I was using a screener over here. This is the volume gainers. If you hit this flame over here on the side of the screen on Trading View, okay, you could see, I like to watch the volume gainers and see which names are getting the most volume pumped into them. And then you can go over it, right? You can click on them and you could check out their charts and see where they're at. Like here's PLTR. We called this one out a couple weeks ago, or last week when it had the green dot. But look, volume gaining. 23 million shares traded today. Beautiful. Okay, highest volume asset right now today is NVIDIA. But these are stocks. So if you guys are interested in trading stocks, oh, wow, look at iTub there. That one looks interesting. Okay, so I might add something like this to my watch list. Okay, my red list is going to be the names that I like to watch, but they have red dots. My green list is the list that we're going over today, right? This is my watch list. This is what I'm actively looking to buy and open positions on. But again, Wolf, I think this one has room to run as well. Let's wait till that gets closer to the stochastic. I think you got another week or two of upward action. I'd probably look to sell this one around $5 if it comes. So again, look to sell when the stochastic gets back up here, the white dotted, or we get the green dot on the chart. We had SHIB and Dodge that we covered. Just make sure you watch those levels right there. So again, back to the volume gainers over here. Okay, we got Mara on there. I like that green candle this week. HBAN, that's an ugly gap down here. There's Ford giving you a green dot this week. Okay, Ford's giving you a green dot. I can go ahead and call that one out for you guys. I'm very limited in how many alerts that I can set. I might have to upgrade my plan. I had to reduce our list just because I have to pay more, and it's quite a bit of money to get these alerts to send over to the Discord. But it's worth it. I might upgrade my plan here. But that was an interesting. That one's green this week, so I'd be looking to take a position on Ford this week with a stop loss at $12 with the green dot on the weekly. Okay, you can see that was just called out now. See how instant it is? It's instant, right? Bada bing, bada boom. Ford weekly green dot. Here's DSY. No. AMD. I don't like AMD. It's got a red dot this week and pointing down. I'd really make sure that one holds on to like 150, 158. Apple giving a red here, so I'd be careful on that again. Profit taking territory already happened. We already took our profits up in this area. Waiting for a pullback in a green dot now. GME, I think this was a request from today, but this is what I'm saying, folks. Like when you come over here to the cheat sheet, we don't want to buy when everyone's losing their minds. We don't want to buy. You guys saw GME. Everyone's buying GME up here in this territory. Look how far off of the mean we are. Okay, this is where everyone's excited about GME. Okay, up here at $60. What happened? 60 all the way down to 20. You're down freaking 60, 70% of your portfolio. I mean, if you bought $10,000 when Twitter was telling you to buy it, you'd now have like $3,000 or $4,000 down here. So again, we want to buy as close to that mean as possible. I don't know where this thing's going to go, and I have no interest in trading GME. I think it's a big distraction for us. I think right now the money to be made is in the crypto markets, folks. I think the crypto markets are going to get a massive pump higher. Okay, and they're distracting you. They're GME, it's going to the moon. Da, 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 da. 700,000 people on that guy's live stream, roaring kitty. And what did the institutions do? They flushed it on him on a live stream, down 40%. He got absolutely annihilated and embarrassed on his live stream. Okay, we'll see if he has some juice left in the tank. But What I heard on Friday was he was down like $245 million in one day or something like that. Some insane amount. Okay, that just sucks. And I'm not, guys, I advise you guys not to trade GME. Just don't do it. You mess with the bull, you get the horns. That's what that guy learned that day. And the rest of these names, I just love. Looks okay. That's gapping up. That's what is that? Southwest Airlines, iTub. See, I'm more interested in crypto right now. Stocks are cool and they're lower cap stuff, but right now, guys, I think the real opportunities in cryptocurrency, and I'm positioned accordingly. I'm not holding any stocks right now. So let's do the last thing here. Get your guys' chart requests. If you guys have chart requests throughout the week, just go ahead and drop them over here in the chart request thread. And I will go ahead and cover them for you guys. You just got to drop them over here by Monday, and I will cover them in these live videos on Monday. So just drop them over there if you're a member. You have access to do that. We're looking at about 10 to 12 today. You guys gave me an easy day today, which I like. Okay, some of these we've had 70, 60, 70 requests at a time, and that's not the case this week. GME though, we talked about. I just wouldn't touch this thing, guys. I mean, if you are going to play it, I would probably buy it today with a stop loss at $22. That's where we close right there. So if this thing does reverse, 22 is the level you want to play the bounce off of. A-firm, this one's setting up nicely. Okay, it's just kind of been grinding down gradually. I got a stop loss at 26.85 on that, but you could use last week's doji candle if you want to play it this week. It has a nice green candle to start the week, up about 1%. Green dot looks like it's coming either this week or next week, so you can anticipate that here. And again, not sell to that stochastic gets back up there to the white dotted line. I like A-firm. I just don't see a green dot just yet, so wait on confirmation or use $28 as your stop loss for a trade. ASM giving you a red this week. Be careful. Okay, move your stop loss up to, I'd say 0.029. If that level breaks, I'd sell it. If 0.029 breaks, I'd sell it on that red dot. Be careful on that one. Again, trending below the 50-week. Here's VST, and wow, what a trend. What a trend this is. Just the 9 EMA all the way up, baby. Okay, I'd like to buy this thing and pull back into the 50. I'm going to keep this one on our watch list here, on the red list. I'll go ahead and set an alert for this one just because of how strong the trend is. So if you guys don't know how to set an alert, I'll do that for you real quick. But if you right-click on the trading indicator down here and hit Add Alert, what I use on the weekly chart is a small green dot. That will pretty much call out every single dot that comes. But there's also one that's called a big green dot. So if you look at the indicator here, a big green circle is it's going to be the third best signal to buy off of. Okay, it's pretty much the big green and the small green are all you're going to get on the bigger time frames. But if you want to set an alert, okay, I'd recommend using the small, just so you get every single signal and you can, kind of make your analysis from there. But you would select small green dot for the buy signal and small red dot for the sell signal. Okay, and I have a video on all these as well. You guys can check that out on YouTube. I'm not going to go over it right now because we're coming up on our time. But small green dot's going to be the buy signal. So again, you just click that. And then I would use once per bar so it never expires, meaning it's always going to tell you when the green dot is coming. And then you just hit create, and then that will actually send you an email. It will notify you in the app. And I got a webhook going over here to the Discord. So that will automatically send it to us. So I'm setting one right now. Did I already set that one? Yeah, I did. So I set it for a weekly. So I'm on a weekly time frame, meaning I want to tell the AI to let us know every time, right, this small green dot happens on the weekly chart. I want you to shoot it over to the Discord. So I already set it, right? You can see VST is in there on the weekly. I just really like this trend. It's just a really strong trending stock. If it pulls back into here and gives me a green dot down to 55, I would buy it. But it will show up over here with that alert. So again, if it's on our watch list, if it has a orange flag or a red flag, right, it's on our watch list and it's going to be called out over there in the Discord. Here's SUI, S-U-I. I think this one was on the list before. It must have got deleted somehow. Okay, but I'm putting that one back in. I like the fact that it's sitting right on our 50-week here, so I continue to be a holder of this one. Set a stop loss down here at 86. If you want to be a little less conservative, put it at 90. Just put it at 95. Okay, but again, wait for that green dot confirmation. Green dot needs to come. 97 cents is your stop loss, the level you're playing off of this candle right here. If you're buying it right now, I would wait for confirmation of the green dot to enter my position. And until that comes, right, I would just be waiting. Okay, If you hold it, if you bought the signal that you got last week that didn't actually print, again, use a stop loss at about 95. HNT, that one is now dipping below its green dot. I think they're flushing people out of this one, 341. This is why we wait on confirmation, folks. We need that green dot confirmation in order to take our entries. That's why I try to tell you guys all the time, don't anticipate the dots. I know I do it sometimes, but you just got to stay disciplined, right? You got to use the green dot. You got to get the green dot. You got to wait for that confirmation of the green dot. Okay, and then once you get that, then you can set your stop loss. But that thing is now breaking down below 340. So again, to be honest, I'd be sitting cash right now. I would not be holding this thing. I'd be waiting for the green dot confirmation. Okay, but if you want to continue to hold it, go ahead and average down on the next green dot when it comes. Here's AVAX. Still no green dot on it either. It's still holding on to 29 though. You can see we're just consolidating right here on the 50-week moving average. So stop loss on AVAX is going to be 29.50. I think these guys are losing market share to Solana. But my stop loss on this is about 29.50. That's where we wick down from there. Okay, that's where we wick down right there in April. And then we've just been going sideways. Again, sideways is not a bad thing, folks. Okay, smart money phase, stealth phase, we're good. Okay, here's ENS. That one broke down below its 50 weeks. Some of these alts are getting crushed. Again, this is another reason why we like to buy stuff above the 50-week moving average. I would not be touching INJ right here, or ENJ right here. I would not be touching it. Because why? We're trading against the trend, against the 50-week moving average, okay? You're trading against the trend. Don't be a buyer of something that's against the trend, okay? I mean, you see why you shouldn't do that, okay? Because you get absolutely wrecked, okay? Shorts are in control on that one. Here's SPY looking for more. SPY's looking for more. Still no red dot on the SPY on the weekly. Still bullish on it, still holding it. Okay, Stochastic is just now crossing the 60 line, so wait until that gets a little higher up there to the white dotted line. Last dot is still green. We're still bullish on stocks here. Still bullish on stocks. Nice trend. I think that one's heading for 560 there. Okay, last dot's green. We're still bullish. Here's DNT. Nice little pattern forming here. What's this one? Wow. Good call out here. I like it. I like it. Haven't seen it. Haven't seen it. This is what the Overkill Army's all about, baby. A $40 million market cap. Collective and decentralized anonymous marketplace and communities, also known as districts. The districts are built upon a decentralized and distributed open source frame network. I don't even know how to say the thing. It's empowered by Ethereum smart contracts. So it's an Ethereum ecosystem play, a $40 million market cap, tradable here on Coinbase. I love the call out. I love the fact that it's coming down into the 50 here. I put a stop loss at 45 and I'd buy the next green dot. That was a massive move off the last one there from 3 cents all the way up to 20. Beautiful call out here, dude. Okay, and I'm setting an alert on that. Okay, and that will be called out. Beautiful call out. Shout out to, whoever called that out. Beautiful. Beautiful. Okay, green dot will move it into the buy list, but I like the trend. Okay, breakout over the 50, pull back into it. Okay, breakout over the 50, pull back into it. Breakout over the mean, the 50. Okay, see the dotted line? Breakout, pull back. What's next? Okay, I like this one a lot. Okay, green dot will be the buy signal on DNT. I'm actively looking to purchase that one. That is a very low market cap coin there. Again, a $40 million coin. These ones have the potential to 100x. Okay, DNT looks really good. I might look to actually add some of that into the portfolio. I'm definitely going to buy it on the next green dot. You guys will get the alert. You saw me just set it. It will be called out over here. That's a beautiful looking altcoin. I love the low market cap stuff because you don't have to invest a lot to make a lot. If it goes 100x and you put $1,000 in, you put 1,000 in, you're going to make 100,000 on 100x. Okay, you make 10x, you're going to make 10,000 off $100,000 or off a $1,000 investment. You put 10,000 in, you make 100x, you're going to make $1 million. You only got to hit one of those. Okay, and you're not gonna make 100x on Bitcoin and Ethereum and XRP and Binance and AVAX and HNT. You're gonna make it on these really low market cap coins here. $40 million market cap. Like that's tiny. So it has to go to a $4 billion company, $4 billion project to go 100x, which is possible. 4 billion is not that high. Okay, 4 billion is not that high. I like DNT. Beautiful call out again. I get just as much from these podcasts as you guys do when you participate, okay? This channel is not about me. It's not about you. It's about the community, folks. It's about all of us winning and sharing information and knowledge and working as a unit to stay on top of these markets. I just added that one into my watch list. When the green dot comes, I'm going to buy this thing. Okay, as long as it comes above 0.045. I love it. I love it. Good call out. Beautiful. BEA, beautiful. MNND, down below the 50 here. Down below the 50. Don't like it. Again, I'm buying stuff above the 50 here. Not below it. I want to buy above the mean. Not saying it can't rip. It's just against my rules. Wait for the green dot if you want to enter again. TRU. Okay, this one's giving a red candle way up here. Green dot came back on May 20th right there. That was about a week ago. Boom, right about 15th right there. And again, the wave's way up here. I want to wait till that stochastic either hits the white dotted line or we get a red dot on the chart to sell it. But that had a nice move there after its consolidation, up 100% there. Still might have some room to run. Okay, move your stop loss on that up to 17. Brett, red candle this week. I can't see any data on the weekly, but if you go to the daily, you got a red on the daily. I think it's only a matter of time before the whales flush it on retail. Again, retail's been talking about this for the last 3 months. So again, where are we in your opinion on this? If retail has been talking about it for the last 3 months. My general rule, I said this in the Discord today, is if they're already talking about it, you're too late. Right? If they're already up here and screaming from the top of their mountains and Twitter's talking about it and everybody's talking about it, you're too late to the party, right? I want to buy it down here at 3 cents. I don't want to buy it up here at 17 until I get a pullback. Okay, if this pulls back into 7, I'd buy it. But I don't know where you entered on this or anything, but I'd be careful. Okay, I'd be using a trailing stop loss right there at 15 on Brett. Here's Prime. Prime's coming down to the 50 as well. So again, wait for the green dot. Just wait to see where you get the green dot on Prime. Looks like we had a few more trickle in here. Prime, H-bar from Joseph. Again, if you guys got chart requests or questions or anything, I'm very active in the Discord. I'm over there every single day. 8 cents on H-bar is the stop. I still like it. Still above the 50-week. Don't get flushed out. Stochastic's back down here on the floor. Again, wait for the green dot to get your entry on H-bar there. They pounded some people there on that big wick up. Again, that's where the green dot came, and then they flushed it down. It's sitting right on the 50 right now. I like H-bar. Again, that is our mean. That is our average yearly price. That is our, boom, cheat sheet. Okay, we want to buy as close to that as possible, and H-bar is sitting right on it right there. Okay, so 8 cents is my stop loss here on H-bar. What else you got there, Joseph? File we covered, link we covered, QNT. QNT, they're just raping. Again, down below the 50 EMA there. Green dot looks like it could come, but again, I think there's some better names to own that are above the 50-week moving average. We want charts that are up and to the right. Yes, this is up and to the right on a bigger time frame, but again, it just keeps grinding down, grinding down, grinding down. Wait for the green dot if you want to play it. And again, not my favorite because, again, we're down below the 50-week moving average. VeChain, VET. VeChain, need a better chart there. VeChain's also sitting right on its moving average. So again, wait for the green dot to take your entry. Okay, wait, have some patience. I think we're getting really close, folks. I think we're within the month. I think we're within a month of getting a massive amount of green dots here, and we're sitting right on the yearly moving price, or right on the 200 EMA there. Again, just wait for confirmation of the green dot there on VeChain. VeChain dot, we covered Chronos, CRO. Another name, just wait for the confirmation. Wait for the confirmation of the green dot. ADA, also, same thing. Wait for the green dot. Watching 40 cents. But where is it? Below the 50 there. Okay. Wait for the green dot confirmation. Matic. Matic also still red. And below the 50 week. Just looks ugly. Okay, it showed a green dot and then it flushed you out last week. So they're flushing people out. They're killing people. Stop losses right now. The whales are messing with us. And again, you guys just got to wait for confirmation. Wait for the confirmation. If it shows up, that doesn't mean it's going to close the week. Okay? If it shows up, it doesn't mean it's going to close the week. You guys have to do your own fundamental analysis. The best thing I could do is call them out for you guys if you guys don't want to purchase the indicator. Okay? Or you can just get the indicator and use it for yourself. Right? You guys can have full access to all these tools. Okay? And I practice what I preach here, folks. You can see my portfolio. Every single one of these names has a green dot, and it is trending either at or above the 50-week moving average. Okay, well, XRP has a red dot, but again, that's more of a fundamental play than a technical play. Swift has a green dot. STX has a green dot. INJ has a green dot, and they're all above the 50-week moving average. I'm not just saying this stuff and not doing it myself. It has to check all the boxes for me, guys. It has to check all the boxes for me. Okay, every single one of these rules, it has to check. If it doesn't have a green dot, I'm not buying it. Okay, if it prints red, I gotta sell it. Okay, it doesn't matter how right I think I am. I'm listening to the AI. This is not me calling these signals out. I just know how to read the indicator. I've been doing it for a long time. Okay, and you guys can get better with practice as well. Okay, I can give you the alerts over here on the names I'm watching, but I can't watch them for you and tell you if they close or not. Okay, I know, what was that we were just looking at there? Matic did have a green dot signal go off in our alerts last week. But guess what? It went away. It went away, and that happens. So 59 is my stop on Matic. Again, I do not like this. I don't like this chart. I don't like the trend. It's too choppy. I want stuff up and to the right. Up and to the right. Look at Ethereum. Up and to the right. That's what I want to trade. Solana. Up and to the right. Up and to the right. Way above the 50. It's very clear we're in an uptrend when we're above the 50. You look at Matic. It's garbage. It's garbage. Okay, it's a garbage crypto. I would not be trading this as a trader. If you want to own it, I don't know why. I don't know why you'd even want to own Matic. I don't know what it does. SHIB we covered. SHIB we covered. Okay, again, strong trend. Last week it did print red, so my stop loss on this would be 0.00002. The bottom of last week's candle. Make sure that holds. Algo. Algorand down below the 50. Okay, my stop loss is 14. Wait for the green dot to buy it. HNT we covered. Near coming down here. Got the red dot a few weeks ago. Guys, I told you if this broke down below 640 to sell it, or $7 to sell it, and now it's at 642. And I think it has a little bit more room to drop. I'd look to re-enter on this one. I'm looking for 550 on near. Okay, again, I'm just going to wait for the green dot, though, because we're disciplined traders. And that's how we're playing that one. It broke our $7 level, and now it's coming on down. Okay, 550, I'd look to probably pick that one up on, but I wait for the green dot, and that will be called out over in the Discord. I do like the fact that the stochastic's on the floor. That doesn't mean buy, though. Wait for the confirmation of the green dot, and you just can never go broke waiting for confirmation, folks. You can never go broke waiting for confirmation. If you wait for confirmation, you're doing better than 99% of the traders. Here's NKN. We talked about this. I'm watching 10 cents. Wait for the green dot. Okay, 10 cents is the stop loss. You got to use 10 if you're holding it. And again, green dot will be the opportunity to buy. I don't like the fact that it's below the 50-week moving average, though. Probably a really low market cap coin, though. ETH is going to be the last one we're going to end on. We covered this a couple times. Okay, just coming on down here. Okay, a couple red weeks. Nothing big, nothing major. Last dot is still green. Waiting for one of two things. The stochastic to get back up here at 100, or a red dot on the chart to sell. Okay, I'd remain a holder of ETH at these levels, and let's see if this thing will bring us into the bull market, baby. That's it for today's video. God bless y'all. Hope you guys got some value out of this. Let me know your thoughts down in the comments section below. I read all the comments. If you guys aren't in the Discord, go ahead and click that link in the description or the comment section. We'd love to have you over there. I think we have over 2,500 people now in the Discord as a total, and around 350 members in the Overkill Army. We're growing, baby, and we're only going up. Folks, we're here for the long haul. We're not here for the short term. We're looking for those big boy gains, not the little boy gains. And I will see you guys on next Monday's video again. God bless you all. Peace.